Alright, welcome back to another video. Today is gonna be the official first drive of the Honda Accord. Ever since I changed the clutch, the whole front end. Yeah, I mean yesterday I drove it to my house. It shifts smooth a lot better. It actually moves now. Before it was just slipping clutch all day, like it would not want to move at all. Yeah, it kind of sounds like this wheel bearing is kind of bad. But like I said, I'm just gonna drive it today and get a feel for what's all wrong with this car, because I've never driven this car, so I wouldn't even know. The only way you're gonna find out is if I drive it. So yeah, I got a check engine light for the O2 sensor. That's why it's like slightly misfiring. You probably can't hear on the camera, but it's slightly misfiring. I got the O2 sensor here. Gonna drive this car to work today. Put it on the lift. Change the O2 sensor. Change the gasket that's leaking on the muffler. Get this car nice clean. I mean, you can't tell it's dark, but it's a mess in this car, so I gotta clean it up and do an oil change on it, because if you notice, it's negative 141, so it's probably overdue. The other guy probably didn't take care of this car a lot, so yeah, it's gonna get that full synthetic 5W30. And yeah, I'll pick it up once I get to work and I start cleaning it. Alright, so on the highway, it's driving smooth, at least it's making some noise. It sounds like a wheel bearing is bad or something, but yeah, not too bad. For the first drive, it's actually moving. I mean, other than that noise, it's driving smooth. So yeah, it's not too bad. Feels good driving a manual car. It's been a minute since I've driven a manual car, so yeah, feels pretty good. But yeah, I'll pick it up once I start working on the car. Alright, here's the Honda Accord. Letting it warm up. Been sitting for like 2 days. Missing one wheel. It's damaged, so that's why it's a mismatch. Oh man, but how good this feels right here to do this. Oh no, last time I was like, oh, you know what I'm gonna do this first mod? I'm gonna put a big Honda sticker, because you know, no one knows that this is a Honda. This is the most cringiest thing. This is the type of thing that makes us Honda people look bad. This BS right here. This is, to me, this is worse than the overspray on the windows. Cause like, you know, I don't get why people put this. Like, this is, he had it on the front and on the back too. I just got the scrape in the back. That looks terrible. Like, yeah, like you gotta have on both sides. Like, oh, dude, guess what this car is? It's a fucking Honda. So this is my favorite part, taking this off. I can't stand having this thing on. This, to me, is embarrassing to have this big Honda logo on both sides. I can't imagine what other people are thinking once they see me riding in this. But yeah, I'm gonna take all this off. I just figured I'd pick up the camera. It's driving good. It's still having that vibration noise in the front. I'm guessing one of these rims are bent. I mean, the past person who had them curbed them. Look, this one's slightly bent. I don't know, I might fix it, or I might just sell these and get a different other pair. That's mostly what I'm leaning towards, because I don't know, I'm not really liking these rims as much as I thought. So yeah, I'm gonna just continue to take this off though. Alright, quick breakdown on how to take out wrist struts from a Honda Accord. You hear some noise in the background? It's my torpedo heater. Yes, it's taken apart. I've been having to tune it, mess with it to get to work, and it works like that, so I'm gonna leave it like that till I'm finished with this car, so don't mind that. I know. Anyways, first thing you're gonna do, there's a 10mm that goes right there. You're gonna have to push it in with a 10mm with extension, push through it with a light, and take that out. Then you're gonna lift up that part. You're gonna put your hand right here, lift it up, it should pop, slide right out. Once you have that out, then you're gonna remove this center plastic that's right over here in the middle. Alright, so then you would take out these two 14mm nuts. This car's full of hair, I don't know why. And two 14mm nuts up top. Once you take, well, I took the back one out, but I left one on almost off, just so it just doesn't drop on me out of nowhere. So then you get to down here. This side's already out, so I'm just gonna explain to you what's outside. Alright, so we're on the right side of the car. I figured it'd be better to explain it to you like this. So there's gonna be a 12mm right there, and then a 14mm up here. I take that out just to remove this brake line out the way, just so when you're pushing down on it, it doesn't go right on top of it like it is right now. I have it out the way because I gotta cut this nut off. Because if you know Hondas, you're always gonna have one side of this bolt that breaks off. It's gonna be rusted on shut. And yes, I put a W40 on it, and yes, a lot of heat was used in it. So yeah, I heated it up. Number 3 with the good old Milwaukee. Took it right out, snapped right off. See right there? But yeah, like I said, it's gonna be either you're gonna be lucky or it's gonna be a one-side breaking. It's always gonna be one-side breaking and snapping off. So yeah, like I said, yeah, you're gonna get those 2 bolts. Then you're gonna take out the 17 millimeter. On this side, it would be on this side, but now it's broken apart on the floor somewhere. And once you do that, I usually just smack this out with a hammer, push it out the way, and then I would get a big crowbar like that right there, wedge it under here with the low control arm, push it down, and then I would try to get this on the bottom. So then when I'm I literally like stand on it, and I push this all the way down so I have enough clearance to pull out the whole shock. Let me cut out this side of the nut, and yeah, I'll pick it right back up. All right, as you see, I got that cut out. Like I said, you just gotta be careful with this brake line. A lot of people tend to break this brake line, but like I said, I moved it out the way, so when I have it under here, I'm trying to do this all in one hand. It's not that easy. Kind of do it like this, with the brake line out the way, so you have all the space. So if it moves like this or like that, it's good. It doesn't mess it up. But yeah, then after this, well, let's just see if this thing comes out. I'm gonna hit it with a chisel on the other side, and yep. Alright, turns out I had to grind out just a little bit more. And once you grind that out, pops right out. Yep. Now it's gotta work on smacking the rest of that out. So yeah, wish me luck on that, bro. Just got this disconnected just now, so yep. Let's see if we can hit this out. Yeah. Whew. Alright, so 30 minutes later, after smacking it with a hammer, hitting it with a chisel, and a good sawzall with Milwaukee blades. So yeah, these things came a long way for sure. It actually cut through it. You can see, I had to cut some of it off. The other pieces are right there on the floor. So yep. So now, like I said, this thing was seized inside of it. I don't know if I get you a better view. Super seized inside of it. There's no way that thing was coming out. I was heating it up till it was glowing red. I was smacking it with a hammer. Still did not want to come out, but we ended up getting that out. So alright, yeah, remember, like I said, I left one up here just to hold the shock. And yeah, once you take out this one bolt, the shock is gonna drop. Remember, be careful with your brake line. Very important right here. Careful with your brake line, be careful with the hard line. You don't mess it up. I'm gonna double check everything before I try to take out this shock. Make sure we're clear to go. Take it out, and I'll pick it right back up once it's out. Alright, just like that. That's how you're gonna take out the shock. I have a big, long crowbar. Be careful where you put this crowbar under there. The gas tank is right next to it. I don't think you want to make this strut job into a gas tank job. So be careful where you're putting this at. This is right on the subframe of the rear subframe, right around the gas tank. Like I said, this is all, it was safe. It didn't, so you don't have to puncture the holes, you know. So yep, yeah, don't mind this rust and everything. Trust me, this car is gonna be getting some love soon. So it's not a perfect car. Like I said, I'm gonna sand this all down, make it way more presentable than the last person who had it. Look at all this spray paint. It looks so terrible. They did it. I mean, I rated it like a 0 out of 10 because they didn't even want to cover the windows or nothing. So yeah, it was worse. Like you could probably barely tell. Yeah, look, that shit right here. Look at all the overspray. And that's after me cleaning it, so I actually missed that spot. So that's on me. But I gotta scratch that out with a scraper and some brake cleaner. And we'll attack all this rust, save it a little bit. I'm not a professional, so just trying to make this car look presentable for the next owners. This is all just a flip. So, yeah, battery's dying. But yeah, that's basically how you take out the wrist struts on a Honda Accord
on a perfect day, these bolts will come out, you know, in one piece. But like I said, with these Honda Accords or Honda Accords in general, because it's the same thing as an Acura TSX. Yeah, one side's always gonna fail on you. One side's always gonna have that one snap bolt. And if you do have both sides that come out one piece, well, you're lucky and that's good. But not, you know, not lucky for me. I had to actually sawzall it. I had to grind the tip off and then sawzall it out. So yeah, I'm glad that I actually got both of these out. This car needed it so bad. Both these struts were blown. I mean, super blown. Every time I knew, just boom, boom, it just, you know, it would just slam on the bottom like crazy. So yeah, that's how you do it. It's a quick little video on how to replace your rear struts on a 2006 Honda Accord or Acura TSX. I know they're all the same, or the Acura TL. I know they're all the same suspension, so it'll be the same steps basically. Alright, so this is the day after replacing them. As you can tell, they were both really bad. This one's stuck in it, literally, like you can't pull it up no more. This is the one I was always slamming on the car. This is no good. This one's at least out. But if you try to push it down, all my weight, that thing's stuck. It's literally seized in place, just like the bolt. This is the one I had to cut. It wasn't too bad of a job with the lift. But yeah, I'm glad I did this though, because these are no good. The car should drive like a brand new car now. Alright, this is the next day. I'm back here. My bad for seeming like I was like out of energy, because I really was. I was tired from work, so yeah, I got the first side in. It's all new. So yeah, let me show you how to do it with this side now. So what I did first, well, first you're gonna make sure your brake line and everything's out the way. Because remember, you're gonna be forcing all this in here, so move this out the way. So you want it like this. Move a bit of lighting. Alright, so you see how there's a straight path down there? Okay, so the goal is when you put the, my bad, I'm trying to do all this at once with myself. So you're gonna try to put the shock, bottom of the shock through this. Not through this yet, because you really can't fit it in here unless you want to scrape this. Well, this is not really nice cars, but still I'm trying not to scrape it. You're gonna put it over on this side, and then you're gonna use the long crowbar, put it under a safe spot on the subframe, not on the gas tank. Push it down, and then you're gonna try to slide up the spring to go up in the holes. So when you line up the top of the nut, top of these nuts up in the hole up here, you're gonna put one screw on, like I was saying in the other clip. And once you have the one screw, it's gonna be holding it, so you're not to be doing two things at once. It's holding it for you, so then you're gonna have the bottom of it, that part, over on this side. So you want it over on this side. So what I do is, since I have it on that side, I push down on this. You see how it flexes a little bit? You want that little flex. And so when you flex it down, you're gonna be able to put this bottom thing over on this side, and then you'll be able to have it lined up, and you only gotta push in the bottom of the strut into the actual mounting place. So yeah, let me get this almost all the way in, and I'll pick the camera back up. Alright, so kind of do this all by myself, so I'm gonna try to explain this as best as I can. So you see, I had the strut angled in there. I used this to press it down just a little bit. Be careful with the gas tank once again. And yeah, you see how I have it on that other side? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line this up. Up here, I'm gonna put one nut in, and then once I have the nut in, it's holding the strut, I'll push it on this sway bar, and it'll go on the other side. So let me do that real quick, and I'll pick this back up. Alright, so now you're basically gonna have it like this, to where it's, here's the angle, to where it's not on yet, it's just under it. You have the one nut up here, hand tight, not even tight, just hand in there enough to hold it. So then what you're gonna do, try to do this one hand best I can. You're gonna push out the strut, but it's not in there, because if not, it's gonna be hard to push it down. So you're just gonna try this with one hand. So bear with me. So I'm gonna push this out, push down on the crowbar, and then we're gonna slide this in. All right, so you see how it's in there right now? It's not lined up, you know, it's not easy doing this with one hand, but it's in there. So let me, now you're gonna get the nut and the nut and bolt, put it through the hole, and yeah. So yeah, I got a spare bolt and nut. You know, that's the pros of having a lot of bolts and nuts laying around. Not really laying around in the bucket and everything, so I saved them from past years. So yeah, came in clutch because now I'm gonna need it since this one was seized and everything. So yep, let me put this nut and bolt in and I'll pick it right back up. So yeah, I put in the nut and bolt, and then I'm gonna you put this. Let me get it better. This nut first, just so it can align with this. You don't tighten this first, because if you tighten this not in the right hole, you won't be able to put this nut in, this bolt in. I meant. So you're gonna put this bolt in first, tighten it, or just put it in first, then tighten this, and then tighten this bottom one that holds the brake line. So, up. So all done with the struts. Yeah, this car should drive a lot better. Before, the rear end, it sounded like it was just, there's nothing in the back, just slamming itself, like nothing holding it. So should be good. Yeah, let me turn it on, warm it up, and let's go for a ride. Alright, it's the next day. He's driving the Accord right here in the highway. Just hit a few bumps. Yeah, the shocks definitely fixed the issue. This thing drives so good now. The only thing it needs is an alignment, because once I let go of the wheel, it wants to go left. So yeah, today I'm driving to work. Just wanted to test it out, make sure everything was good. I'm gonna line it today myself. And yeah, this car's come a long way. This car just needs now a paint job and some rims, and after this alignment, it should be pretty good. Check engine light is for the little intake lead, so I just gotta fix that. But yeah, like, she drives good either way, even with the check engine light. So I'm gonna fix that eventually. But right now I'm not really worried about it. But yeah, just taking the car to work right now. Feels pretty good. I would hit some VTEC for you guys right here, but it's snowing currently, so I ain't trying to get in the wreck right now. But yeah, that'll be it for today's video. Yeah, if you want to see more of this content, like and subscribe for more. Yeah, I'll pick it up when I have more to do on this car.